So this came up. What is contracted energy, and do I have it? Well, wanting to know what contracted energy is and wondering if you have it, is this already? You're simply rising. Wanting to know what this is, or wanting to know what contracted energy is, and wanting to know if you have it or not, is just this. You're simply rising. And calling this energy is just simply this. And thinking and feeling that this energy can be contracted somewhere and that it needs to be released, or they're trying to feel if there is a contracted energy, or if there's any sensation, and naming that contracted energy is just this. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And calling the sense of me an uncontracted energy is just this. Just simply what seems to be happening. And believing and imagining that there is something which can be contracted, something else, is this already. The idea, the belief, the imagination that there is something, or that there is just energy which can be contracted instead of free flowing, is this already. This simply rises. And calling a sense of me contracted energy is this. And there's nothing wrong with whatever seems to be happening. And thinking that there is something which can be contracted, which is worse than the opposite, is just this already. There's not something else which can be this. Something else is this already. It's simply rising. So wanting to know what contracted energy is, and trying to feel if there's a contracted energy somewhere, is this already. And believing that it's wrong, or that you have to get rid of it, is this. And not feeling a contracted energy is this too. There's no difference between a contracted energy or non-contracted energy. It's just simply what seems to arise. Calling this a contracted energy or not is this already. Just simply what seems to arise. So this came up. I really enjoy your movies on the side, but I seem to forget that it's just this. Well, forgetting it is this already. There's not something else which can be forgotten. Just this is not an it. Thinking it's an it or that it can be forgotten, is this already? It's just simply what seems to be happening. Oh, I forgot this, just this. Is this already? There's nothing else which can be forgotten. But the idea or the belief that there is something which you can be, which you can forget, is this already? And wanting to go back and hear the message over and over again that it's just this, is just this. And thinking it's helpful or wonderful or needful or useful is just this. Even when it's not meant to be helpful or useful, it's just this. Thinking it's useful, feeling it's useful. There's not something else which is useful. The idea that there is something else which can help this, me, or however you want to call it, is this already. There's just this. Whatever seems to be happening. Feeling that it is helpful or making this into an it and calling it helpful, is this already. Making this into an it and think there's a you or feel there's a you who forgot it is just this. Just simply arising. And wanting to go back to hear it again and again as if it is applicable is this. That's just simply whatever seems to be happening. Finding it helpful, forgetting it, not forgetting it, liking it, disliking it, wanting to grasp it, is just this. And making this into an it or to a that, which can be known, found, reached, hold, is this already. There's already not two. There's already not this and something which this can forget, or which this can get. There's just this, whatever seems to be happening. And making this into a that or into an it is this just simply rising. And there's nothing wrong with whatever seems to be happening, just this. There's already no one doing just this. There's already no one finding just this. There's already no one losing just this. But the idea that this can be lost, or this can be found, or this can be reached, or can be held, is this already. And thinking that this needs to be remembered, that itself is just this. Thinking it needs to be remembered, just simply rising. I need to remember this because there's just this. It's just this already. I need to remember this because this is helpful. Is this already. It's important to know this or to feel this or to get this. Is this already? And there's no way out. It just simply arises. And going back and back and watching the films and feeling they're helpful for you is this too. Just simply what seems to arise. So there's just simply whatever seems to be happening. wondering what contracted energy is, or trying to feel if there's a contracted energy, thinking you lost something, or feeling it's helpful, or wanting to get it. It's all just simply this. Just this. And there's already no one doing just this. There's no one doing the wondering. There's no one doing the trying to feel. No one has lost something. No one has found something. Just simply this, whatever seems to be happening. Wondering, feeling, thinking, dividing, dissecting, making this into a this and a that, making this into an it, is already just simply this. A feeling this needs to be something else, something better, something more beautiful, is this too, just simply arises. And this may drop. Wanting this to be something else is this. And there's no something else. Thinking that there is something else is this already. Just simply what seems to be happening.